Yuba-Sutter.Live's local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage in Plumas Lake, where lifelong local residents are helping other residents keep things safe, providing indoor storage units, outdoor RV and vehicle parking, moving supplies, and Penske truck rentals. Details at plumaslakeselfstorage.com.
Pledge of Allegiance, Seth Steeman, Vice President of the Board. Trustees.
Please stand for the pledge. Salute, pledge.
Thank you. Please be seated. Announcements of action taken in closed session. The report out in closed session, a vote of 7-0 to approve by the board resolution number 2025-26/15, releasing temporary certificated employees. Also in closed session, action to report out is a vote of 7-0 by the board to approve resolution number 2025-26/16, non-reelecting probationary certificated employees. Additionally, regarding expulsions, EH-25-26-32, board voted a 7-0 unanimous 7-0 to approve, and then suspended expulsions EH-25-26-29, 3-0, and 3-1, board voted unanimously 7-0 to approve as well. Comments from board members. Mr. Crawford. Okay. Gary Criddle. Mr. Steeman. Okay. Mr. Taylor. Mr. Yang. And Mr. Fuhrer. With that, we'll move on to recognitions.
Are we on? There we go. 2026 Spelling Bee for the Marysville Joint Unified School District. I don't know if you can go back in your memory banks when you were younger and going through the spelling bee. It's nerve-wracking. There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of fortitude that needs to go into it, and everyone did an amazing job. Right now, we'd like to recognize the top 4 spellers for the Marysville Joint Unified School District. So when I call your names, if you can stand up, we've got a certificate for you. And then board, if you'd like to please come down, we'll do the gauntlet here. Okay. Our first amazing spelling bee individual is Liliana Richards from Johnson Park. Please come forward. And from Cordova, we had Kason Edwards. From Ella, Madram Shaibi, or Junior. And our champion, who comes from McKinney, give him a little bit of a background on this, because this gentleman is a frequent flyer. He was first at the school site the last 2 years, second at MJUSD the last 2 years, second in YCOE last year, and competed in the state competition last year. That is Nicholas Villanueva. Please. Good job, everybody. Now, if we can have you go right in front of the board here, we'll get a picture of you. London, there we go. Yeah, oh yeah, no, you're fine. Congratulations again. Okay. Yep, good job. Yeah, we'll have it today. Now we have junior high. From Arboga, Armad Norman Mukhtari. Are you here? Good job. From Foothill, Weston Campoli. From Arboga, Haley Ann Ortero. Yeah, I don't think she's here tonight. And the junior high champion, again, comes with a pedigree. First at the school site in the MJUSD for the last 3 years. First at YCOE the last 2 years, competed at the state for the last 2 years, finishing in the top 15 last year. And that is our very own Francisco Ledesma. Congratulations, everybody. And on the agenda, we did have the AXA and CSY Administrator of the Year award presentation recognition. We're actually going to push that to next board session, if that is okay. Perfect. And with that, who needs spell check? They don't.
All right, moving on here. Comments from school site representatives, Lyndhurst High School.
Good evening, MJSD board members, families, and community members. I'm Evelyn Kupser, the Lyndhurst ASB president, and I'm going to be sharing some news from our school. Recently, our FFA members have been highly active. This weekend, 8 students attended the Arbuckle FFA Field Day, competing in Best Informed Greenhand, Job Interview, and Spanish Creed. We're proud to recognize Esmeralda Rivera Vargas, who placed 2nd overall in Spanish Creed. Additionally, 3 students competed in the Lincoln High School Fabrication Contest. 8 students also competed at the Sierra Butte Section Leadership Development Event Contest at Nevada Union High and Impromptu Speaking, Job Interview, and Spanish Creed. Esmeralda Rivera Vargas earned Section Champion in Spanish Creed and will advance to the Superior Region Contest. Livestock projects are also in full swing. Last week, 24 students selected their market hog projects for the 2026 Yuba-Sutter Fair. These students joined 2 others raising goats, 9 raising lambs, and 2 with turkeys, with chicken and rabbit projects beginning in the coming months. Now for music. Over the last 2 weeks, Lyndhurst Music has sent 8 vocalists and 4 instrumentals to 2 different Northern CA regional honor groups. These students have given their all and represented LHS with incredible skill and pride. In addition, LHS Music is preparing to attend the California Music Educators Association Northern Section Large Assemble and Choral Festivals in the beginning of March. These festivals act as a version of standardized testing for our music students, and we are excited to see how they perform at these events. Finally, LHS Music is also preparing to share the concert stage with students from Marysville, Live Oak High School, and Yuba College on March 20th at the LHS Gym. We hope you can join us for a fun-filled evening of making music, and thank you for your continued support. Some news from the art world at LHS. Many of our courageous students entered the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. We just recently received these results back and had many LHS artists that will be honored at our local celebration/awards banquet in February at the Yuba-Sutter Arts and Cultural Yuba City location. Beyond the local honors, many of our students earned a Gold Key Award status. A Gold Key Award is the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards in the highest honor in the regional competition, recognizing exceptional artistic work, technical skill, and personal voice. It represented the top 5 to 7% of submissions, automatically advancing the work to the national judging level in New York City. For our award winners, Tyson Williams, 1 honorable mention, Ileana Walter, 5 gold key, 1 silver key, and 2 honorable mention, Carly Vang, 1 gold key, 1 honorable mention, Edith Cervantes, 1 honorable mention, Olivia Vu, 2 honorable mention, Camila Barba Garcia, 2 silver key, Lazaro Morales, 1 honorable mention, and Yuzuki Buffer, 1 gold key and 1 honorable mention. Now for some highlights of positive work around LHS. We have launched an in-house tutoring program with several teachers offering academic support to students before and after school. Our community closet is open to the community and always available for students to shop at no cost. And we'd like to thank our staff and community partners for their continued donations and support in keeping the closet well-stocked, organized, and welcoming. We have monthly food drives, and our next food drive will take place this Thursday from 1:30 p.m. until supplies last, continuing to support students and families with essential resources. And we have received our community school van, which will help support students by providing transportation for volunteer community events, college trips, and other student-centered opportunities. These initiatives are made possible through the community school grants, which funds the majority of these programs and allow us to expand academic, wellness, and basic needs support for our students and families. Lyndhurst boys soccer is going to the playoffs for their 3rd year in a row, and girls soccer won a league for the 2nd time in a row and are also going to playoffs for their 3rd time as well. Leadership has been planning our Blazer Multi-Awards rally, where we will recognize students on the principal's list, dean's list, and honor rolls, along with special superlative awards. We would love for all of you to join us on February 27th as we celebrate our students' achievements. I will now hand out the invitations. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And now we'd like to hear from Marysville Charter Academy of the Arts. Okay. Marysville High School. North and South Lyndhurst High School.
Good evening, board members and cabinets. My name is Mir Hazar Mustafa, and I'm representing North South Lyndhurst High School. I am pleased to share some of the great things that have taken place so far. Our ROP cosmetology class officially kicked off on January 12th. We are proud to be the first school in the district to offer an ROP program led by our college and career counselor, Mrs. Munoz Arroyo. Our AVID program continues to grow. The North Campus has launched its first AVID class and is proud to support its first cohorts of juniors. At the end of the month, both campuses will host an AVID Family Information Night. Additionally, some of our juniors will be attending the Tri-County Career Fair, where they will have the opportunity to network and explore career pathways with over 80 employers, training, and educational providers. As we enter the second half of the semester, our seniors are increasingly focused on building their resumes and exploring post-secondary options. This is all being done while continuously participating in community service opportunities within our local community. At the end, I would like to thank everyone for giving me this opportunity to share great facts and my thoughts about my school. Thanks again, everyone.
Thank you. Great job, students. Opportunity for employee organizations to address the board. Angela Stiegel, Marysville Unified Teachers Association.
Good evening, Angela Stiegel, President for Marysville Unified Teachers Association. Just want to start off with the fact that I just heard the words seniors and focused in the same sentence, and I am really quite happy to hear that. So I'm going to make sure that I take that back to my campus the next few days. But also I want to congratulate all of our spelling bee winners. Yeah, Mr. Eckert did make me feel really old when he brought up the fact if you think back, and I was like, I was one of those kids. So I was a spelling bee winner myself, but that was a really, really long time ago. So not to feel ancient or anything. Also, we're about to have a week off. Yes. Not that any of us are celebrating or looking forward to it or anything, but for everybody who makes it through this week and has that week off, MUTA would just like to hope that everyone does enjoy that week. Whether it's spending some time with family and friends or finding a little peace and quiet, maybe even taking some sports action. I know we just came off of the Super Bowl, which, by the way, the team I was rooting for won, so there's a plus. I didn't even really have a dog in the race, but I was forced to pick a team and it won, so that works. But we've got all kinds of stuff going on. I mean, with the Olympics, anybody else find out that every 4 years you're suddenly really interested in curling? You have no idea why. But yeah, stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning to watch curling when, what do I do the other 4 years? I pay no attention to it. But we also have some really good action going on with hockey, so don't forget hockey in the Olympics. So, but I know we also got some people, maybe, NBA fans. Some of us are college basketball fans, so maybe do that week off. Start your research. March Madness is coming. Maybe even some of our Need for Speed folks. We got Daytona 500 coming up. So there's all kinds of stuff to do, but you can also escape. Get out of town, maybe we got enough time. So people who get to do that, enjoy it, come back refreshed, safe and sound also. Also, as far as kind of MUTA news, we did start bargaining last month. And so we do have another bargaining session tomorrow. And so we're looking forward to that. But other than that, hope everybody gets home safe and sound tonight as well. With the new rain on the ground, things are a little slick out there, so be careful. Thank you much.
Thank you. Operating Engineers, Local Union Number 3. California School Employees Association 236 and 648. Association of Management and Confidential Employees, Supervisor Unit. Moving on to public comment. Persons wishing to address the board under public comments or specific agenda items prior to the board taking action must complete a public comments card, which looks something like this, and place it in the basket. Speakers will be invited to the podium in order to present their public comments cards as they were received. The public may address topics not on the agenda during this section of the agenda or ask that they be heard during a specific agenda item. Comments are limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per speaker, 20 minutes total time for public input on each item per board bylaw 9323. We will now hear public comments, and we have Mr. Mark Zamora. Welcome back, Mark.
Good evening to you all. I am back here to talk about, well, we can't get into discussion, but the W.T. Ellis property. And just to reiterate that we're still interested in that. We sent a letter out in December of 2024 to Doug Trower and expressing our interest in that property to build a station and a training center, not only for firefighters, but we have explorers, and we'd like to reach out to local schools to start an ROP program. A lot of our explorers have moved on to full-time positions, ranging from interning with larger city departments and getting hired like the city of Sacramento. They're medically trained the same as our folks are, our firefighters. When they turn 18, they roll over as volunteers with us and move on from there. Some of them stick around and still volunteer with us. And we've had one that took the medical side pretty serious, and he is now a physician's assistant locally here. And one of our other explorers who's still with us now works for the FBI. And so there's a lot of opportunity and doors that can open for students. There's a lot of kids that don't have things to do. They get bored. Things, lead down the wrong path sometimes. And that's why we've pushed hard in the last 15 years to start our Explorer program over again. I was tired of watching our local kids go down the wrong path. So we are definitely interested in the property. I know there's been told that you guys have to abide by the Naylor Act, and some things have changed. I know we fall under the list of the Naylor Act under special districts. We're a special district, but we're also members of a JPA with 4 other fire agencies. And that's pretty much it. I know we can't get into any type of discussion. I did print out some handouts, and part of it's Naylor Act, part of it's correspondence between Marysville Joint Unified and my deputy chief, Sean Griffiths. I don't know if you guys want any of it or not. You want just one, or?
Yeah, we'll take some, thank you.
Okay, so I've got 3, 4.
Well, we definitely appreciate your interest in the property. Thank you. We're still, I think, waiting right now. So we're kind of sitting in the same position right here, is just waiting. So I don't have a time frame on that, but you can definitely reach out to Ms. Pasaga. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate your time. You too, sir. Thank you. Number 10, superintendent updates. Superintendent Jordan Reeves.
All right, I had the pleasure last Thursday of last week, along with Marysville High School Principal Joe Seiler, to attend the City of Marysville's 175th year celebration. It was over at the Elks Lodge. And as part of a school district that essentially, Marysville High School was specifically being recognized, which was founded in 1871. I think many of you know, or if you don't know, established as one of the first 3 public high schools in the state of California, serving as a feeder school for UC Berkeley. So it was a very historical event in the sense that a lot of local businesses, churches, things of that nature were in attendance, clubs, and it was really just, it was supposed to be an hour-long event, turned into a 2-hour-long event, but just to understand the true history of the city of Marysville was really amazing. People from government, from Yuba City, Live Oak, other areas also were in attendance. So it was just a special event, and it was fun, and we received a plaque, and it's over there at Marysville High School, but nonetheless, to know that the high school alone in Marysville is over 155 years old is pretty amazing, and the community itself was established in 1850, 1851. So certainly a lot of history in here in Marysville, as most of you probably know that, but it was a special event and one to be fun to be just part of. And the other thing is just getting out a lot of sites and really enjoying going into the classrooms and seeing a lot of great things going at our school sites. So very appreciative of everybody, our teachers, our classified staff, all the support that's out there for the kids. So just a lot of amazing things going on at our school sites throughout our district.
Great, thank you, Superintendent Reeves. Moving on to presentations, 11.1 with Christy White and Associates, Assistant Superintendent Jennifer Passalia to present. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
With, oh, there we go. Thank you. We have Loretta Mero here with Christy White Associates to go over our audited financial presentation. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Oh, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me tonight. Superintendent Reeves, members of the board, thank you as well for letting me present. I'm going to share my screen if I can. Okay. So I'm going to be presenting your audit report for 2025. My name is Loretta Mero. I'm a senior auditor from Christy White Associates. For our audit process, this occurs during the spring and after the board approves the unaudited actuals. Our interim audit in spring, we focus on the internal controls and the state and federal compliance testing. On the internal controls, we test the design and effectiveness of the controls to prevent and detect and correct any misstatements due to error or fraud. We also review the receipts, the disbursements, and the payroll. For state compliance, we test as determined by the state audit guide, and the federal compliance is the same. We test as determined by the OMB compliance supplement. For our year-end audit, this occurs again after the unaudited actuals are approved by the board members, and we focus on the account balances at that time. During the year-end audit, we also complete any state and federal compliance that didn't get done during our interim audit. The audit responsibility, there's the district's responsibility and the auditor's responsibility. The district's responsibility is to design and maintain the effective internal controls and prepare the financial statements, and also prepare and manage financial activity for continued operations. The auditor's responsibility, we provide an opinion which is reasonable assurance that the financial statements are materially correct. We also conduct the audit in accordance with auditing standards generally accepted in the United States and the standards applicable to government auditing standards. The audit requirements. The annual audit is required by the State Controller's Office, and we do your independent audit report, which is your financial statements. But within that audit, we also do a report on internal controls and a report on state and a report on federal compliance and internal controls. So they're combined all into your one report. The summary of your audit results were, and this is on page 89 of the PDF of the audit report. Page 5 is the financial statement audit. And then on page 79, it gives the details. And as you can see, you had an unmodified report issued, which is the best you can get. Unmodified, it sounds different, but it's the best. You didn't have any material weaknesses on your financial statements or any significant deficiencies, and there were no non-compliance statements. On the federal boards, this is on page 81. Again, you were issued a unmodified auditor's report, which is good, and there were no material weaknesses or significant deficiencies in the federal area. There were no findings in the federal area, and the major programs we tested were Special Ed Cluster, Title I, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. On page 84 of the PDF, we tested the state awards. And again, you were issued an unmodified report, which is great. There were no material weaknesses and no significant deficiencies noted. There was one finding, and I'll get to that in just a minute. Okay. So the key takeaways of your audit, there was unmodified opinions across the board, which is great. One audit finding, no audit adjustments, and your capital assets, you ended the year with $238.3 million invested. That's an increase of 12.4 million from last year, and it appears to mainly be from the construction in progress. The long-term liabilities, you ended the year with $265.1 million in liabilities. This is a decrease of 16.8 million from the prior year, and that's primarily due to the net pension liability. And to the audit finding, it was one finding. There were 2 teachers who were operating on expired substitute teaching permits, and these were considered misassignments. The calculated cost of the audit finding is $123,229, and that information is on page 79 of the PDF. And that's it for your audit report. Do we have any questions or concerns?
Do you have a question? Mr. Young has a question.
I just have a question. So I see the breakdown of the total question costs on page 83 for the miscellaneous teacher costs. So it's $100,000. I'm just trying to understand whether is that cost that we have to return back to the OCFF, or is that a cost that is a misalignment on paper? Because I don't know what to do with that number, right? So it's on page 83 of the big packet. So it calculates how that 123 got derived, right?
Yes.
But is that a real cost, or is that just a misalignment cost because those 2 individuals or past or 30-day substitute permit?
You know what? That is a good question, and I don't know the answer to it.
I do.
But oh,
it's the
thank you.
penalty.
It's a penalty.
It's a penalty, and this is really loud. It'll come out of our LCFF principal apportionment that we get each month. So it'll just be deducted right from our monthly allocations.
So it's correct to say that that mistake cost us $123,000 then?
Yes.
Any additional questions from the board? Thank you very much.
Thank you all for having me tonight.
Moving on to 12.1, approval of the January 20th, 2026 regular board meeting minutes. Board, are there any noted corrections? If not, do I have a motion to approve? Mr. Fuhrer has a motion, and do I have a second? Mr. Steeman, thank you very much. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion carries. 12.2, approval of consent agenda items. We will now approve the consent agenda items 14.1 through 16.4. Is there any item that the board would like to pull for further clarification at this time? If not, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items 14.1 through 16.4? Mr. Crawford has a motion on it to approve and a second. Gary Criddle. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 17, new business, superintendent.
All right. The purpose of this agenda item is allow the board to nominate a representative for the CSBA Delegate Subregion 4C for a 2-year term beginning April 1st, 2026 through March 31st of 2028. The board is asked to vote as a body to determine its choice. The board has 3 options. First option is to vote for the nominated candidate, who is Greg Forrest, Wheatland Union High School District. The second option is to vote for a write-in candidate, or the third option is choose not to submit a ballot. So the background, the CSBA Delegate Assembly act as the primary policy-making body of the association, setting the general policy direction, adopting the policy platform, and electing directors and officers. Comprised of local school board members, they ensure the CSBA reflects the interests of districts and county offices of education across California. The assembly meets twice a year, once in May and once immediately before the annual education conference. Okay, I will do a roll call vote of each trustee for options 1, 2, or 3, and then vote on the option with the majority votes. President Doug Criddle, option 1, 2, or 3?
I vote for option 1.
Vice President Seth Steeman. Clerk Chong Yang. Member Oliver Taylor. Member Frank Crawford. Member Gary Criddle. Member Stephen Fuhrer. Okay, the majority is for option 1. We'll now take a vote. Do I have a motion to approve option 1?
Motion from Seth.
Motion from Seth, second from Mr. Taylor. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Option 1 it is.
Thank you. Number 19, new business personnel. 19.1, approve the side letter agreement between the Marysville Joint Unified School District and the Marysville Unified Teachers Association regarding hiring special education teachers who are new to the district for the 2026-27 school year. Dr. Gabe Simon.
Thank you. Thank you to Muta for helping to get this approved in rather short order, really quickly. Good collaboration. They had some great suggestions on revisions. This will allow us to be competitive with other districts and be able to offer a signing bonus for credentialed teachers, $10,000 over 2 years. They have to stay the entire year to get half the bonus each time, and they get it the subsequent year, and then $3,000 each of 2 years if they are on an emergency permit or an intern credential.
Any further questions for Dr. Gabe? Then can I get a motion to approve? Motion approved. For Mr. Crawford, and a second, please. For Mr. Gary Criddle. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Then moving on to 19.2.
Yeah, so the next 4 items are what are known as sunshine proposals. It allows us to bargain in good faith with our 2 of our other represented groups. CSEA 648 is this item. That's our preschool teachers. This is our proposal to CSEA and requires action on behalf of the board.
Does the board have any further clarifications? If not, can I get a motion to approve? I have Gary Criddle on the floor for a motion to approve. Second. Seth Stevens for second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. 19.3.
This is the same unit, 648 preschool teachers. This is their proposal to the district.
Any questions? Can I get a motion to approve? Mr. Gary Criddle with a motion to approve. Can I get a second, please? Oliver Taylor on the second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion approved. Motion carries. And 19.4, please.
19.4 is the district's proposal to CSEA 326. Those are our paraeducator unit.
Do we have any questions? Then can I get a motion to approve? Mr. Fuhrer with a motion to approve. Do I get a second? Second. Gary Criddle, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to 19.5.
And that is the paraeducator unit 326 proposal to the district.
Any questions? Then can I get a motion to approve? I think I'll go with Mr. Crawford on that, I think. Second with Mr. Criddle, okay? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Moving on to 19.6.
This is an agreement between the district and CSU Chico, anticipating a possible abstention by a trustee. We put this on as a separate new business item, and this is for nursing interns and students and practicum students to work with our district.
Any further clarifying questions for Dr. Simon? A motion approved from Oliver Taylor. And a second? Second. Mr. Criddle. All in favor? Opposed? One abstention. Noted. Thank you very much. Motion carries. And I think this is 19.7, not 19.6, correct? Yes, 19.7, approve the 2026-27 student calendar.
Yeah, the moment we've all been waiting for. Everybody's been asking about the calendar. So this is very similar to this year's calendar, except it's a year later. So 2 weeks at Christmas, week at Thanksgiving, starting around the same time in August, ending around the same time in June, moving the dates forward, and it is in coordination and works well with our YCOE programs and calendar.
Any further questions or clarifications from Dr. Simon? Then can I get a motion to approve? Motion to approve. Second. You guys are fast. Mr. Crawford on the first and Mr. Fuhrer on the second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for our next regular scheduled board meeting is scheduled for February 24th, 2026. This meeting is now adjourned.
Yuba-Sutter.Live's local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage in Plumas Lake, where lifelong local residents are helping other residents keep things safe, providing indoor storage units, outdoor RV and vehicle parking, moving supplies, and Penske truck rentals. Details at plumaslakeselfstorage.com.
Hi, I'm Neil Goforth of Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties. Caring for elders or even yourself has challenges. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties can help you address today's issues and plan for tomorrow with in-home and specialized care for you or your family members. Call us at 530-749-8800. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties.
In Yuba County, there's a legendary diner.
Oh, it looks delicious. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Where the parking lot tells a story. A story as simple as biscuits and gravy.
The food is good. The prices are wonderful. My dad has so many friends here that come here, and it's my dad and mom have known Mary Jane and her dad before Duke.
Duke's Diner on 7th Avenue, home of legendary chili, holiday pies, and generations of local residents preparing tasty, hearty food for generations of local people. Join Mary Jane and her genial associates as they serve meals you'll come back for. Duke's Diner on 7th Avenue, Olivehurst.
Yuba-Sutter Live. It's the truth that comes through.